Alright, so we're going to continue this Michael Jordan challenge. Make sure you guys go to the channel. Let's get into it. Hit 6 threes in the first half, scored 39 points. So Kyle Drexler under 17 points. Let's do it. After this, I'll be doing like my career.
When Michael Jordan played in Chicago, the crowd just went crazy to another decibel level. And I'd get the chills every time. He played with such a fury. He was electric on the court. Before the Shrug game, the game against Portland in the NBA Finals, well, the public relations people couldn't find Michael. The reason was he was on the court taking three-point shots, and he was not noted as a three-point shooter. We asked him about it. He said, well, you know, you never know when a three-point shot might come in handy. Obviously, he had figured something out, that he was going to surprise them, but you have to hit the shots. This incredible onslaught of threes takes place in the first half, and he hit 6 of them. That was unheard of at that time for anyone. He looks over at our broadcast table and gives that shrug. And I think what I took out of that most, it showed his humility, that he could not believe that he hit 6 three-pointers. That was, I thought, one of the incredible moments in playoff history. I would have to go with Jordan as the GOAT.
Playing in the NBA Finals, motivation is a given. But if bulletin board material carries weight, the Blazers have plenty. The defending champion Bulls have added their voices to a chorus.
A look at the beautiful fountain
That's why I gotta hold.
Of the Great Lakes in Grand Park as the Bulls look to pour it on against the Blazers. The stage is set here in Chicago. Welcome. Everyone to game 1 of the NBA Finals. The Portland Trail Blazers and the defending champion Chicago Bulls. Along with Coach Mike Fratello, former player Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Hart. And Mike, a Blazers team that some have questioned. What is their mentality?
Well, they've made it clear. They're out to prove a point that they're ready for this moment and that they can deliver in the clutch.
And the 2 leading stars for these teams. Clark, it's Clyde Drexler and Michael Jordan. Their games in comparison, I think.
They sure do, Kevin. A lot of similarities when you look at them, from their age to the versatility and athleticism of their games. Air Jordan and Clyde the Glide, both cleared for takeoff.
On the floor for Portland, it'll be Terry Porter and Clyde Drexler in the backcourt.
Oh, wow, I missed that.
Up front, Jerome Kersey is at small forward. Buck Williams at the 4. Handling the low post is Kevin Duckworth. For the Bulls, Bill Cartwright is at the center. Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant man the front court. John Paxson is at the point. And, of course, at off guard, it'll be Michael Jordan.
And the Blazers certainly motivated to answer their detractors. That's a question they know can't be answered with words, but rather with their performance on the floor.
Takes a 3. Jordan nails the triple, his second of this first half. Portland's going to need a tighter grip here on Michael. Knocks it loose. Paxson with the steal. Grant with the ball. And Drexler picking him up. And 3 from Jordan. Kevin Duckworth with the rebound. And Clark, the Blazers like to play a much faster pace than the Bulls.
Certainly, Kevin, they will be looking to push the tempo. You can count on that. And that could help them with their execution, in my mind. Much simpler pushing the ball with a numbers advantage than going against the set half-court defense.
Great scouting report.
Right now, it's simply the second shots that are killing them. I mean, they've got to do a better job securing the miss after playing solid defense.
And it's so deflating giving up a score like that. Work hard to force a miss, and then it's all for nothing.
Mike, one thing with this matchup, Terry Porter
has
really struggled against the Bulls in the past.
Definitely not a good sign for the Blazers. Porter is one of their most important players. They need him to come up big in this series.
Tying an NBA Finals record in a half. Michael Jordan with his third three, providing an early lift for the Chicago Bulls. Drexler outside. Tipped away and stolen by Jordan. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way for three. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And in my mind, the most fascinating individual matchup in this series is Drexler going up against Michael Jordan. Jordan's going to have his work cut out on the defensive end.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more, Coach. Yeah, you know, MJ's guarding the guy who's averaging 27 points a game in the playoffs in Drexler. So he's going to have to really do a lot of work at both ends.
The 4 3-pointer falls for Jordan. The NBA Finals record is 6. He's knocking on the door and getting oh so close. Drexler outside.
Come on, let's see what you got.
Back to Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Grant. The Bulls leading by 5. And one thing the Bulls have been relying on is Jordan scoring Clark in the post.
That's been a bit of a surprise tactic for them in the playoffs, and it's paid dividends. More and more, they're setting up Jordan on the
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that
block.
was
We'll see if they
Drexler.
stick with that tonight.
Such a skillful passer. Porter has a great sense for when and where to send the ball.
This one for 3. That triple gives Jordan 5. Michael Jordan is just 1 3-pointer away from an NBA Finals record. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
They need to use this timeout to evaluate how they can slow him down. He's lighting them up from beyond the arc.
Some changes for Chicago.
This crazy guy,
Williams
Steve
is
Kerr.
checked in for Cartwright.
Yeah.
Livingston comes in for Grant. And B.J. Armstrong has subbed in for John Paxson. To the middle. Pat passes to Bryant.
Bryant.
Makes it off the glass. And Mike, after his poor shooting night last time out, everyone wondering how Michael Jordan will respond tonight.
Okay, we'll see very shortly. Sometimes that only helps to fire him up. Opponents are scared of Jordan.
Tying the NBA Finals record. Michael Jordan with
Yeah,
an
give him that
exceptional
shrug.
display
Give
of
him that
shooting.
shrug.
That was his 6th 3-pointer in this game. Pass to Abdelnaby. And it's good for 2.
Love the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball, inside
Bro, what's wrong with
and
my pants?
outside action.
Bro. Bro. In my game.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Bro, what's wrong with Jordan, cuz?
The Bulls leading by 5. Pippen, the pass to Jordan. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Jordan's got 20 points.
Using his tremendous strength and body control, Jordan shrugs off the
I thought that was
contact and
Scotty.
gets the shot to fall. And in the run-up to this series, Phil Jackson really tried to establish a mental edge. His comments about the Blazers were pretty scathing.
I don't think there's a coach that's been any better at jabbing the other team. We know how Phil Jackson operates. The Blazers, though, are a tested and veteran team.
I'm finna hit another 3.
Possibly could backfire.
The roof here in Chicago's going to blow off. Michael Jordan just collected his 7th shot from beyond the 3-point line. That's an NBA Finals record. Here's Pat. He's covered by Armstrong. Pat passes to Abdelnaby. The fader. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Couldn't convert the bunny. That one was right there for him.
What overall is Scotty? He's a 90. He went down 1. He's only got 7 badges. He's a 93. Of course, it's mid-range. So like
And
this.
so it's the Chicago Bulls going into the break with a 10-point lead.
23.
We welcome you back for the second quarter of Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Tremendous action so far between the Bulls and the Trailblazers. Mike, I'd say any questions about Jordan's bad wrist have now been answered.
It's not affecting him at all, and he's taking advantage of some really soft Portland D. But
What was Grant? 84.
the look of it, MJ's going to make this a long night for the Blazers.
But Michael Jordan was a 93. So always be a
Grant is out there with
99.
Williams. Then it's Jordan. And it's Pippen in at the 3 spot.
Give me
That's
that.
the group on the
Bro.
floor for Chicago.
Solid defensive effort, putting in the work to protect the hoop
Going in.
and disrupt his shot.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And sometimes Jordan's impossible to guard, which forces the D to foul him.
The Bulls shooting their first free throws here for the night. So for the Trailblazers, Williams comes in for Bryant. And Jerome Kersey subbed in for Robinson.
The defense keeps fouling him, and he's making them pay for it.
Now Kersey. Pass to Duckworth.
Oh, why they do this?
And Grant sends it back.
Great defense from the big man there. Grant positioning himself perfectly to get the
Give me
ball.
that.
Porter, no luck.
It was really an unwise shot. I'm sure his coach and teammates would prefer he kept swinging the ball around for a better scoring opportunity. And with Jordan leading the way, the Bulls won their first.
Jordan is now closing in on the most points in an NBA Finals half. Can he get to 33? Now a timeout called by Portland. And when we talk about Jordan, we're talking about a man, Clark, in the prime of his career, at the very top of his game.
Yeah, one of the best we've ever seen, Kevin. I wouldn't doubt the Larry O'Brien trophy lives in the Bulls trophy case for a few more years. I mean, the Blazers might not want to hear that, but it could very well happen.
Duckworth kicks to Drexler, passes to Kersey. Porter with it. Duckworth in the post. He's guarded by Williams. Duckworth with the bucket. And the Bulls not going to Jordan in the post as much as we've seen Clark throughout these playoffs.
Yeah, they ain't the bad boy
And
Pistons,
Kevin,
though.
that might be by design.
Whoa.
I mean, the Bulls have sent MJ into the post so many times. This might be a little wrinkle that Phil
Get
Jackson
down.
has in
Yes.
store for the Blazers.
Yeah, it's a good.
He's 86
Point that won't
overall.
surprise me.
You know, if you need a bucket getter at the center spot, call up Kevin Duckworth. He's your guy. He looks to score whenever he can inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he can't hit the second. Porter against Armstrong. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Porter passes to Drexler. Over Jordan. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Tricky play by Drexler inside. Forcing his way in there and taking his shot right into the defender.
Kings checked in for Williams. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Okay, I got
Chicago
27.
leading by
I got
10.
12 more points.
And right away, we can see the one-on-one battle, Mike,
Get off
between
me.
Jordan and Drexler is going to take center stage.
And not in the way Clyde wanted. Jordan's been toying with him. If this is how their matchup is going to go, the Blazers are in trouble.
Yeah, big trouble.
And the Bulls might be a little short on the bench. Craig Hodges has been limited with a bad ankle.
Here's Drexler. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And here are the Bulls now. They've led by as many as 14 points. And Clark is for Hodges.
This is
he
not
might
well.
not play a lot of minutes now with that injury, but he certainly, when he does play, he's a catalyst for them.
Yeah, Kevin, he's really an instant offense guy. I mean, can come in and knock down big three-pointers if the offense needs it, but unfortunately, the Bulls might not have that usual spark of his off the bench.
Paxson, he's checked in for Armstrong. And Grant sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Jordan with the steal. And once again, the Bulls defense stifling Porter.
Well, with that size and athleticism on the wings, they have the ability to get him out of his comfort zone. He only shot 31% against them in the regular season, and his struggles continue tonight.
Yeah, it's hurting. Porter passes to Kersey. Now Duckworth. He's covered by Grant. Ball's knocked loose. Here is Duckworth. Shot clock at 5. The pass to Kersey. The shot from 20 feet away. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so Jordan will bring it up for the Bulls. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. The 3. And with that basket, Michael Jordan has tied an NBA Finals record. 33 points and a half. We are witnessing something incredible. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Paxson with the ball.
Bruh.
Guarded by Porter. Pippen against Kersey. Pass to Drexler. Outside Porter. Kersey with the ball. Feeds it to Duckworth. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Pippen.
Hey, this is a pretty funny story. You think about it. After Chicago drafted Jordan in 1984, he flew into town, but they didn't have anybody at the airport to pick him up. A chauffeur at the airport recognized him and offered him a ride. I bet you the Bulls figured out how to take better care of Jordan after that.
Cartwright's checked in for the Bulls. Livingston comes in for King. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Right. Michael Jordan now holds the NBA Finals
Yeah, I gotta do
record
one more
for
3.
most points and a half. This is certainly a night to be remembered in NBA history. It's hard to believe the Bulls wouldn't be prepared to greet the number 3 overall pick, Mike. I've never heard of that before.
Well, it worked out well for the chauffeur, though. Jordan appreciated it so much that he hired him as his personal assistant. And he still got the job.
A good deed rewarded.
Why couldn't that be you and I, Kev? We could be driving him around.
We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
So it's back to the drawing board for this defense. Dude is lighting them up.
Free throw line jump shot. The offensive rebound. Duckworth's shot is off.
You expect to get 2 points there. A little unlucky for them.
And here's Jordan outside. This is truly sensational. Michael Jordan's long-range shooting beyond containment. And this arena is loving every moment of it. It's hauled in by the Bulls. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the half. From 11 feet away, Portland grabs the miss. Duckworth's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Mike, they are desperate to find a basket.
They're having a really hard time out there.
You're right. Jordan's shot is off.
That might as well be a layup if you give him that much space.
You have to do a better job of taking away space from him, especially when he's lining up at a 3.
Pass to Pack. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Robinson. The jump hook. Rebounded by Livingston.
Defense pulled out all stops there, and they managed to contain a skilled inside scorer.
Michael Jordan getting it done for the Bulls. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every... Welcome into the third quarter here in Chicago, folks. The Bulls in pursuit of their 2nd consecutive NBA title. A win here in Game 1 would go a long way toward making that happen. And here are the Trailblazers now.
And I don't know how Michael Jordan can follow up that performance in the first half. But we'll find out.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Drexler out there with Porter. Then there's Kersey. Then it's Williams. And it's Duckworth in at the center position.
You know, Pippen doing a nice job recognizing where the lane was on that fast break.
One of the great halves in NBA history, Clark, shattering some league records in the process.
And you know what, Kevin? Portland's got to be terrified. I mean, we thought his wrist might affect him. Instead, Jordan looks now like he's never been better.
He's incredible. That's tipped. Porter, bounce pass. Left side, Williams. Passes it to Kersey. 6 on the shot clock. And he banks in the layup. And Jordan, Mike, is just tormenting the Blazers from 3-point range.
It's going to take a much sharper effort from Portland defensively. They can't give Jordan an inch of room on the perimeter anymore.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Kersey taking things into his own hands with that alley-oop. Lob it his way, and he's going to make it happen.
Here's Jordan. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Kersey with the ball. He's picked up by Pippen. Here's Duckworth. It's hauled in by Pippen. The Bulls leading by 18. Here's Jordan. It's good. Jordan's got 41.
And Jordan is simply amazing. And finishing through contact. Doesn't matter what you throw at him or who, he finds a way to score.
Back to Drexler. Williams against Grant. Puts it up from 12. Williams can't get it to go.
How about this, guys? If the Blazers had taken Jordan in that '84 draft, their backcourt could have been MJ and Clyde the Glide Drexler. How about that for a twosome? Looking to stretch this lead out even further, going right after his shot.
And the defense continues to not be up to the challenge.
Looking to get back on track here. And Grant sends it back. Paxson outside. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. A three-pointer, no good. Mike, the '84 draft is rehashed and looked at from every way, but it is scary to think, isn't it, about that guard combination in Portland had they drafted Michael Jordan.
Well, the West had so many strong centers back then, you can't blame Portland for taking a big. But it would have been a lot of fun, Kev, to see MJ and Drexler team up.
Oh. for future Hall of Famer. Chicago making some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Cartwright. Hansen comes in for Pippen. And Armstrong subbed in for Paxson. Bryant, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. From deep, Drexler. Grant gets the rebound. Grant's got his 5th rebound in this one. I could think the Bulls may be in Porter's head. He's having a hard time getting anything going.
I don't think you can discount it, Kevin. He's a totally different shooter against this team. In all 3 of their meetings this year, his field goal percentage nowhere near its normal level.
And it's Drexler with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Jordan finds Grant. Here's Armstrong. No good with the triple. Armstrong against Drexler. Porter inside. He feeds it to Bryant. Drexler passes to Kersey. Off the left rim and out.
His defensive talent, what a gift for his squad.
Yeah, you see the effort, you see the range. He prides himself in his ability to shut people down.
You got to set those feet.
Great call for the situation, too. No doubt he was moving there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robinson's checked in for Kersey. Ainge comes in for Drexler. And Pack subbed in for Porter. Now a timeout called by Portland. Michael Jordan really making a difference here.
They simply have no answer for him right now. And he's making them pay dearly for it.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Armstrong's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land. And the matchup between Jordan and Drexler. Mike is not going how the Blazers wanted it to.
This could be a long series for Drexler. Jordan's not one to let up when he's got a guy on the ropes.
Yep. There's the pass to Ainge. Just 5 to shoot. Over Hansen. Portland again missing.
They got a great look. Close in. Sometimes the ball just doesn't go through the hoop.
And now let's go to David Aldridge for this report.
Thanks. Kevin, now it seems like Michael Jordan always has a little extra when he's facing the Blazers. And maybe that has something to do with the 1984 draft. Famously, Portland passed on Jordan, leaving Chicago to take Jordan at number 3. Maybe Jordan took that personally. Guys, back to you.
Do you think so, David? My goodness, Clark, I think Jordan has got that in the back of his mind. My goodness, that probably leads him every game he plays, Clark.
Well, for a player with his pride and competitive spirit, I think you're right. But I assure you, Michael Jordan doesn't need extra incentive. He always is ready to compete at the highest level. That fire in him is always turned up hot.
No matter who he's facing. 3-pointer. And the Bulls get it back. 3-second difference between shot clock and game time. And the 3 off target. And here's Portland. They want to break this scoring drought, Mike.
Well, they've had a lid over the basket for a while now.
Indeed. From the arc. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Chicago delivering the blowout. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter. Welcome back as we get set for the 4th quarter action here in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Portland and Chicago both trying to jump out to an early lead in this series.
And guys, I don't think there's a better crowd in sports than this Bulls crowd. They can make it deafening in here.
Found the crease, took advantage, and got it in close.
And adds to this lead. They're having their way.
So with Pippen sitting on the bench, this is Phil Jackson's lineup. King is out there with Jordan. Then there's Purdue. Then it's B.J. Armstrong. And it's Hansen in at the 2. Here's Watley. He's covered by Armstrong. And he uses the glass on the layup. And when you've got a crowd this enthusiastic, Clark, and a player as exciting as Michael Jordan, that is a pretty potent combination.
Combustible is a word that comes to mind. Really a match made in heaven. I mean, MJ feeds off of that energy of the crowd. And when he needs a boost, they give it to him. And vice versa.
Got that one up quick. Hanson's got himself on the board with 3 there. And Jordan's three-point output has been a huge story once again here tonight.
And that's not usually where he makes his mark. If he continues to pour it in from long range the next few games, the Blazers will have their hands full.
Absolutely. Inside, here's Ainge. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist.
A hard-nosed competitor. Ainge is not afraid to mix it up on the interior.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Purdue the pass to Armstrong. Launches it. That one doesn't go. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Ainge with the ball. Pass to Robinson. Here's Watley. Shot clock at 6. Over Armstrong. Kept alive. Goes up again. Armstrong gets the rebound. And it continues to be a battle for Porter against the Chicago Bulls. Clark, he can't get any traction.
Well, Chicago's defense has been a real Rubik's Cube for him. He just can't seem to solve it. The Blazers are going to have to do a little bit more to try to get him some easier looks.
Jordan passes to Hanson. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
How about the damage they've done from deep? Sniping away with great confidence.
They're certainly taking threes in bunches. Can't blame them given the results they're seeing right now.
Here's Robinson. Here's Bryant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The first one falls. Some changes for Chicago. Livingston's checked in for King. And it's Paxson in for B.J. Armstrong. Both free throws good from Bryant. And so Jordan will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls.
And for all the talk of the Blazers' tendency to self-destruct late in games, this is a team with plenty of playoff experience.
Here's Purdue. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Trailblazers on offense. Here's Watley. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Losing his defender right there, cutting through this defense. Well done.
Oh, and then he just finishes with authority.
And that shows you the skill level he has. Creates space and caps it off with a dunk.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Pax checked in. To the paint. Shoots a fader. It's hauled in by the Bulls. And you talk about the Blazers' playoff experience, Clark. It's up and down the bench.
You're right, Kevin. It's not just the core guys. I mean, they've got players like Ainge, Cooper, Buck Williams. I mean, these guys are veterans with years of postseason games under their belts.
Into the lane. Lets it go from 11. And here's Purdue. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
The number of the second half, 3. They are drilling shots.
And that starts with ball movement. Putting your shooters in good positions.
Here's Pack. And he lays it straight in. Pack's got his first basket.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Here's Jordan. A terrific shot on the turnaround.
Another night, another electric performance by Mike. Where does it end?
Pass to Pack. Outside Bryant. Passes it to Pack. Rebounded by Livingston.
Really good rim protection, impacting the shot right there.
Yeah, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
He's feeling it. That one's not going to go. And the Trailblazers going the other way. The shot's good from Pack.
He had the eye of the tiger there. You could see it, how determined he was to get to the rim on that fast break.
And that's the attitude you need to have. Get right to the iron and get something easy.
A nice shot by Jordan.
Jordan's got a lot of flash to his game. A terrific guard, loves getting tricky with his ball handling and creating shots for himself.
And there's the pass to Pack. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Watley. Pass to Pack. Three-pointer on the way. The rebound by Purdue. Looking to keep it rolling.
Stay on the attack and keep playing the right way.
Pass to Hansen. For three, Paxson. Another three for Chicago.
And with this last run, they have shut the door on any chance of a comeback.
Shut the door, turned off the lights, and locked it up. Fantastic run for them to end the game.
And with this victory, the Bulls stand just 3 wins away, Mike Fratello, from their second consecutive title.
And it looks like they are determined to make it.